Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spectrum, and today we're going to be breaking down the brand new trailer that just came out like 2 hours ago for Dead City Season 2. I've watched this several times with my good friend Colt. I'll leave his channel linked in the description. He's the one who actually told me that the trailer had been released, and we've kind of broken it down together, talked about it a little bit, and now I'm going to give you my breakdown. I'm sure he'll do one later. Please go to his channel, sub to his channel. We're trying to help his channel grow. He makes great Walking Dead content, and if you like my channel, you'll love his channel. So let's get into this, and we can talk about the things that that I called. Again, there will be no sound because there's I'll get a copyright strike for sure for this music. But if you want to see the full video, you'll just have to watch it yourself and hear everything. But let's get into this. I love the Statue of Liberty with the nose gun like it's a walker. That is genius. Now, who are these people that Maggie's with right there? I want to know that. We don't know who that is, but I do want to know who that is. And I love this shot. I'm guessing this is Central Park. I don't know much about New York City. I've only been there one time, and I didn't go far from the Port Authority. But I love the way the cityscape looks with the clouds coming in. It's just a very foreboding image. And it really stuck with me even since the first time I saw the trailer. I've watched it many times. Okay, so here we have Negan. I'm not sure who he's with here, but you notice he does not have Lucille 2.0 here. So this might be early on in, like, maybe first episode, or before he gets Lucille, or maybe this is after Maggie already has Lucille, because we'll see later on in the trailer that Maggie isn't that grilled on Lucille 2.0. Okay, so that was Herschel and Maggie, and it looked like Jenny. Yeah, it's Jenny I'm thinking is the bricks. So that's probably an early scene. Herschel probably does not want Maggie to go back to help Negan, because I mean, he was, after all, the man who killed his father. Again, I know it's not, but when I first saw this, the first thing I thought of was the Nemesis from Resident Evil stuff. If you know, you know. Now, something else I want to touch on is right here. The Dama looks, well, I mean, she's crazy, and this actress does this so well. She's played in Ozark, and she was the same kind of crazy character, and she did it incredibly well. But she doesn't look sick here, and we'll talk about that later in the trailer. I just wanted to bring it up and show that like her flesh still has, like, fleshy tones. So we're getting some kind of fight. It looks like maybe these groups have their own walker. Maybe they do like walker battles or something. I don't know. Okay, I want to touch on this because we do see this later. This is Herschel's knife. If I can get it right on it. Okay, check out this knife. We're going to see this knife again in a little bit, and it has me a little worried for Herschel, but I think he's probably going to be fine. Then we see the walkers being thrown in the thing to make fuel. Negan does not look happy right there. Jenny? Okay, now Colt brought this up. This guy looks to be holding something kind of weird. I'm gonna back that up a little bit. Now you don't really see it right there. To me, it looks like he's holding a bone or something. At first I thought he was holding a hand, but now I see his arm. I can see his arm coming up through here, and then his hand, and this looks to be like some kind of a bone. But this is really neat. Lucille 2.0 can shock people. And then the flamethrower. Now, I think we know this is Bruegel. I'm not sure who this is, but I think this is Maggie. Colt pointed that out too. And we both kind of thought this person, we don't want it to be, but it does kind of look like maybe Jenny, but I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get rid of Jenny that soon. But you know, the spinoffs have gotten rid of really good characters really early. Okay, so here we have the Dama, guy I don't know, Negan, guy I don't know, Bruegel, the Croat, and then 3 more people that we don't know. Is the Bruegel the head of everything? Because he's in the center of the table, and he has the biggest chair, kind of like a throne. We'll have to see. And now here we see Negan directing some mortar rounds to be fired, and it looks like they're firing on a boat. Could that be Maggie's boat, and he doesn't know who he's firing on? Negan seems genuinely surprised that Maggie is there to help him. That is what I take away from that right there, and I think he's really like touched, because I don't think Negan wants to do what he's doing. I think he's just doing it to keep Herschel safe. Okay, let's go back there, because we're going to see the power being turned off, and I wasn't quite sure who this was, but Colt pointed out that he thinks that it's Percy turning the power off because it's such a dark face, but it could just be that it's dark. But Percy does wear a long dark coat, so I think he's right. I think that is Percy turning the power off. Then we see Maggie fighting right here, these walkers in this pen. Power goes out, Croat surprised. So here we have Negan and Maggie, with Negan telling her that the show's about to start. We have Negan taking out a walker with Lucille. Now, when I was talking about the Dama looking sick earlier, in this image, she looks pretty sick. I mean, she doesn't look healthy anytime, but I wonder if she's been bitten here, because she looks really rougher than usual. And Colt pointed out that Herschel kind of looks a little villainy-ish right here. Could we see like, is she corrupting him, kind of like Anakin with Palpatine? Not from a Jedi. Okay, let's go back right here. That, I think, is Negan. That could be wrong. Okay, go back 1 second here. This, I'm not sure who she's going to play in this, in season 2, but I feel like this is going to be more of a major character. This actress played on Orange is the New Black. She has been in a few other things, but that's what I know her from. My wife loved that show, and I watched it with her. And it's a great show. If you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. But she looks familiar to me. I saw her in some of the early promo images for the show, but I think she's going to play a big part, because she's not just like a nobody actress, a background, like somebody that you just see for a second or something. I think she's going to be a big deal in the show. There we have Washington crossing the Delaware being burned. I don't know what that's going to mean, but I would think this is probably... Okay, so the candlestick has been turned over. So maybe a fight is taking place here. Let's go back right there. Okay. I think and Colt both thought the guy kicking is Percy, and the guy being kicked could be Negan. Now notice, Maggie has the Croat with a knife, telling him she's not playing games. So I don't know what this is. Is she making a deal with the Croat, maybe to get Negan out and help kill the Dama, and maybe put the Croat in charge? Because the Croat is under the Dama. Okay, there we see Maggie taking out either a person or a walker with Lucille 2.0. Right here. These people are holding Negan down, and Negan is he's upset, he's yelling no. What is Negan looking at right here? Is someone hurting Jenny? Is someone hurting Herschel? Is someone hurting Maggie? That's the only three people that I could think that Negan would have this response for, because Negan loves Jenny. He feels a responsibility for her because he killed her father. He feels a responsibility. Negan's killed a lot of fathers. He feels responsibility for Herschel because he killed Glenn, and he feels responsibility for Maggie because he killed Maggie. Another possibility is we haven't seen Annie or Negan's. Did he have a son with Annie? We haven't seen Annie or that baby yet. Colt and I talked it out. We think that baby would be about around 6, maybe 5 to 7, something like that, from the time frame that we're in. So that could be them too. But I really think that it's probably Jenny right here. Maybe something's happening to Jenny. The bear. Man, I was so hyped for this when I was watching the trailer, and then I saw the bear and I about jumped out of my seat. But if you'll notice, the bear sticking out of the bear's head right here is Herschel's knife. This is Maggie. That's Herschel's knife, and the bear is bloody. So before Maggie encountered this bear, unless Herschel's with her right now, Herschel encountered this bear too. So I hope Herschel's okay. I think he'll be fine. I don't think they'd have a bear eat Herschel, but he could have faced off against this bear. I'm thinking maybe him and Jenny faced off against the bear. And then we get Maggie carrying Lucille the same way that Negan used to, walking down a hallway while Negan is saying eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And then Maggie holding Lucille, looking down. Is there going to be another lineup? I think there is. And I think Maggie's going to be the one bashing brains in. And then she will understand kind of where Negan came from. Is she going to have to bash someone's brain in to save Herschel? Because we see that Herschel's with the Dama. Is this season going to end where season 1 began with her and Herschel being separated? I think it's entirely possible. And then we get the May 4th premiere date. Guys, man, this season looks like it's going to be amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I can't wait for this. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do all the YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video, because I'm going to be covering everything about this. I'm going to be making theory videos, all kind of stuff about this. I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time.